Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा मैया। जय गौरानिताय 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 श्री श्री गौरानिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय शिल प्रभुपाद। नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल। जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रीवान केसरी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण। So we're reading from Canto 4 of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 21, instructions by Prithu Maharaj, text 7. Sa evam adini avadhya cheshtitha karmani bhuyamsi mahan mahattamha kurvam sasashavani mandalam yasha स्पीतं निधाय रुरुहे परम पदम। स एवं आदीन अनवद्य चेष्टिता कर्माणि भूयांसि महान् मतः तमः कुर्वं शशासवनिमण्डलं यश स्पीतं निधाय रुरुहे परम पदम। स एवं आदानि अनन्यद्य चेष्टितः कर्माणि भूयांसि महान् महत्तमः कुर्वं शशासाव निमण्डलं यश स्पीतं निधाय रुरुहे परम पदम्। We'll see word meaning. Sa King Prithu. Evam thus. Adini from the very beginning. Anavadya magnanimous. Chestita performing various works. Karmani work. Bhuyamsi repeatedly. Mahan great. Mahatama greater than the greatest. Kurvam performing. Shashasa ruled. Avni Mandalam the surface of the earth. Yasha reputation. Spitam widespread. Nidhaya achieving. Ayuruhe was elevated. Parampadam to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. King Prithu was greater than the greatest soul and was therefore worshipable by everyone. He performed many glorious activities in ruling over the surface of the world and was always magnanimous. After achieving such great success and a reputation which spread throughout the universe, he at last obtained the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. A responsible king or chief executive has many responsible duties to attend to in ruling over the citizens. The most important duty of the monarch or the government is to perform various sacrifices as enjoined in the Vedic literatures. The next duty of the king is to see that every citizen executes the prescribed duties for his particular community. It is the king's duty to see that everyone perfectly executes the duties prescribed for the Varna and Ashrama division of the society. Beside that, as exemplified by King Prithu, he must develop the earth for the greatest possible production of food grains. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Ji ki Jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subramai ki Jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Continue reading from Purport. There are different types of great personalities. Some are positive great personalities, some comparatively, and some superlative. But King Prithu exceeded all of them. He is therefore described here as Mahatama, greater than the greatest. Maharaj Prithu was a Kshatriya and he discharged his Kshatriya duties perfectly. Similarly, Brahmanas, Vaishyas and Sudras can discharge their respective duties perfectly and thus, at the ultimate end of life, be promoted to the transcendental world, which is called Parampadam. Parampadam or the Vaikuntha planets can be achieved only by devotional service. The impersonal Brahman region is also called Parampadam. But unless one is attached to the personality of Godhead, one must again fall down to the material world from the impersonal Parampadam situation. It is said, therefore, Ayurchena Parampadam Tatha. The impersonalist endeavor very staunchly to achieve the Parampadam or impersonal Brahmajyoti. But unfortunately, being bereft of the relation with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they come down again to the material world. If one flies in outer space, he can go very high up, but unless he reaches the planet, he must come down again to earth. Similarly, because the impersonalists who reach the Parampadam of the impersonal Brahmajyoti do not enter into the Vaikuntha planets, they come down again to this material world and are given shelter in one of the material planets. Although they may attain Brahmaloka or Satyaloka, all such planets are situated in the material world. Om Agyan Trimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Dadati Swapadankitam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhavetam Sadhudhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpa Tarubhescha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So first of all, I like to seek blessings of His Grace Anandya Prabhu, Sashim Prabhu and all assembled devotees so that I can speak for my own purification and can glorify Srimad Bhagavatam and the Lord. So this verse, we are seeing that how Prithu Maharaj attained the destination what we all are aspiring for. It's told that at last obtain the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we're going to discuss something on it, and then Purport Prabhupada is emphasizing a lot on one ashram. So we'll discuss two things. So Prabhupada is mentioning here that it's a king duty to see that everyone perfectly executes the duty prescribed for the one and ashrama division of the society. So King Prithu was able to do that. So first we'll see what are the duties of this four varnas. So there are four varnas: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. So that comes in the Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, text number 42 to 46. Quickly I'll just read. This is 42. Samodamo tapa socham Shantir Arjuna Evacha, Jnanam Vijnanam Ashiktam, Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom and religiousness. These are natural qualities by which the Brahmana works. Then it's told about Kshatriya, heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity and leadership are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas. Farming, cow protection and business are the natural work for the Vaishyas. And for the Sudras, there is labor and service to others. So there are the four divisions, and then Lord Krishna is telling to Arjuna, very important shloka. Swase karmani abhirata sam siddhim labate narha swa karmani haras siddhim yatha vindati tashyunu. By following his quality of work, every man can become perfect. Now please hear from me about that. So then he says next shloka, by worship of the Lord, who is the source of all being, who is all pervading, a man can attain perfection to performing his own work. So Lord is mentioning here that by just doing our duty properly and worshipping God, one can attain what Prithu Maharaj have attained. So Prithu Maharaj very properly have worshipped the Lord. We are going to see some of the prayers. And he was emphasizing, he is making sure this is citizens also following the Varna and Ashrama. Now in today's world, it becomes very difficult. Yes, in Kali Yuga, which Varna one belongs to, which Ashrama one belongs to. It's like all topsy-turvy. Because in the education system, all these things are never taught. They are taught all other things. So how to understand? So we should understand that this Guna, Varna and Ashrama is not by birth. It is by Guna and Karma. So as we just read from Bhagavad Gita, Lord is very clearly mentioning, there is in every society, this division is there by default. You go to any college, any company, there are some intelligent class of people. There are advisory board. So that they are Brahmanas. Then there are some martial people, they are administrators. They are the Kshatriyas. Then there is a productive class who take care of the management, accounts and other things, they are Vaishyas. And there are always some workers who serve other three, so they are the laborers. So it is very natural in any organization to have this four kind of division. But because of Kali Yuga, as the society is getting degraded, it's very difficult for us to find what is our guna, which class we belong to. Many times after hearing the class on Varnashram, my mind also is to which Varna I belongs to. Am I a Brahmana or Kshatriya? Kshatriya to nahi lagta, or Vaishya or Sudra. So then I understood, okay, by default everyone is Sudra. Yes, that is Janma, first birth by Sudra. Then when we do some sanskara, then we become Vaishnava, which is above all four. So we need not to worry that which class we belong to. We should worry that how I can attain the lotus feet of the Lord. Whichever activity is given to us, how I can perform my duty properly. As Krishna is telling in Shloka number 46. By doing his duty perfectly, one can attain to me. So nowadays, if you see, earlier the society was well defined. In a society, let's say there are 1,000 people. So there was one Brahmana, then 9 Kshatriyas ruling the society, 990 Vaishyas and 900 Sudras. Now if we tell about this, then say everyone is Sudra, they will not accept. First of all, they will laugh. They will say, what is this? No, I am Sudra. No, never. Nobody is ready to accept that. And that with time what happened? That Brahmanas were ruling, but they became corrupted. The society came either in the hand of Kshatriyas or the Vaishyas. So Kshatriyas, without Brahmanas, that become dictatorship. That Hitler is another thing. And if the Vaishyas are ruling, then it became capitalism. And if the Sudras are ruled, then it became communism. So everything is topsy-turvy. But we should understand that by performing our duty properly, whichever caste or guna or karma belong to, we can attain love to God. And when one serves the Lord, then the society can come back to the right fold. So that is more important. So there is a conversation between Nahusha and Bhima. So when Pandavas were, went for Vanvas, so that time Bhima was searching water. They were in some particular place. So one snake came. So the snake asked, Bhima was surprised, some snake is coming and trying to come near to me. What is that? So then this asked, I am your ancestor. I am Nahusa. I got cursed by Saptarishi. So Bhima told, okay, how can I help you? Then he told, if you answer my questions, then definitely I will be liberated. Bhima told, oh, he was very honest. He told, if you want the right answer, then I should call my brother. Whom? Yudhishthira Maharaj. He can answer you properly. Then he called Yudhishthira Maharaj. So he asked the first question. So this Brahmana asked that, are the Brahmanas only by birth? Yudhishthira Maharaj told, no. Then he asked, I'll just read it. Is anyone born in the Brahmana family only considered as the Brahmana? He told, no. If someone else exhibiting such qualities can also be accepted as Brahmana? And Yudhishthira Maharaj told, yes. Then he asked the next question, can everyone born in a Brahmana family, can we accept? Okay, these are the two questions he asked. And then when he got the answer, he was satisfied. And then immediately he got the 400 form and went back to Godhead. So then it was, we can learn that this understanding, at that time he may not have, therefore he became a snake. So we are very fortunate that we got the right understanding. Who is a Brahmana, who is a Kshatriya? It's by Guna and Karma. So then we are planning to emphasize on the second half of the purport, where Lord is telling that, Prabhupada is mentioning about how there are different kind of people. But King Prithu exceeded all of them. Their people are better. But here Prithu is told as Mahatama. So why is called as Mahatama? So we can see what prayers he have done. Although he was ruling so perfectly, at the same time, the kind of prayers he have done, we'll just see one of the prayers. This comes in the 4th canto, 20th chapter, text number 31. Tvayam mamayadhyajan isho khandito yat. Okay, repeat. Yad anyad ashashatar no abuddha yatha charet bal hitam pita swayam tatha tvayam evahasi naha samhetum. So such a wonderful consciousness Prithu Maharaj is carrying. We'll see the translation. Prithu Maharaj is praying to Lord when Lord came to give darshan. My Lord, due to your illusory energy, all living beings in this material world have forgotten their real constitution, position. And out of ignorance, they are always desirous of material happiness in the form of society, friendship and love. Now it's very important. Therefore, do not ask me to take some material benefits from you. Then what to do? He is telling, but as a father, not waiting for the son's demand, does everything for the benefit of the son. Please bestow upon me whatever you think is best for me. Is it not the best prayer? What a great consciousness Prithu Maharaj is carrying. So I was desiring that let me whole life, have the same consciousness. He is having such a great faith on the Lord that, Lord, just like a son never ask anything from the father. He has full faith that father is going to take care of me. Now let's say winter season is coming. Have we ever asked our father to get a sweater? No, when winter season used to come and father used to give us sweater. Yes? So father takes care of all the things of his son. And Prithu Maharaj is telling that you are our eternal father. Why have to ask anything material? Yes? You will fulfill all the things. And Prabhupada gives very nice purport. Prabhupada is telling, it is the duty of the son to depend on the father without asking anything from him. The good son has faith that the father knows the best for him and for his benefit. So similarly, we should try our best to develop that faith on the Lord. That Lord will do the best because He knows the best. He is our eternal Father. We need not to ask for anything. And we are so fortunate that we all came to the process of bhakti where we are able to understand this thing. Before coming to bhakti, we have all material desires. Yes? Our friends used to tell, what you want to become in the life? They used to tell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 wife, 2 children, 3 BHK, 4 wheeler and 5 digits salary. That's all I want in my life. ये सब मिल गया तो सब टेंशन खत्म, और क्या चाहिए. But after coming reading Bhagavad Gita, oh, we understood there is a life after death. Because this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be there just as long as we are living in this material world. But when we pass away, what next? Yes. So then Prabhupada taught us, how we have to ask, what after death? What will happen to me? And then we understand the proper prayers. As Prabhupada is mentioning in this purport. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagdish kamaye, mam janmani janmanishware, bhavtad bhakti ayakutvi. I just want to worship you, Lord. I don't want anything else. Because so many lives I had dhanam, janam, sundarim. I lived by them. But now, I want to get rid of all of this and just want to serve you. Just like a son wants to serve his father, I want to serve you. And I have full faith that if I serve you, you will take care of me. And then in this same purport, Prabhupada is mentioning ahead, the pure devotee is fully surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord. And the Lord takes charge of him. As is stated in Bhagavad Gita, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshami mahasucha. The Father knows the necessity of the Son and supplies them. The Supreme Lord knows the necessity of the living entities and supply them sumptuously. So we should have that faith that when we are taking shelter of Lord, He will provide whatever is required. He may not fulfill our wants because there is no end of wants. But definitely He is going to take care of our needs. Whatever is required for us, He will take care. And we have to just surrender unto Him. And if we surrender unto Him, we'll guarantee to go back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada have told, just chant 16 rounds every day and follow 42 principles. If you don't get entry from the front gate, I'll take you from the... So many of you are here chanting 16 rounds, yes? And following 42 principles. That means, at the end, we all are going back to Godhead. The only thing we have to do is, just stick with the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Continue chanting 16 rounds attentively. That success is guaranteed. Prabhupada told us in one of the purport writes, success is guaranteed for the rigid practitioner. So if whole life, if we practice very sincerely process of bhakti, then definitely we'll go back to Godhead. So then the third thing I thought, Prithu Maharaj attained because he was having this consciousness, what we saw in the purport, in the prayers, very nice prayers Prithu Maharaj did. How we can attain the same result. So we thought we'll discuss something on it. So we all are chanting. We are trying our best to chant attentively. We are following 480 principles. What all things are required? How we can attain the same position what Prithu Maharaj have attained. So in this purport, one point Prabhupada, in the 31st purport here, we saw that Lord, Prabhupada is giving us faith that if we surrender to Lord, Lord will take care of all things. Now, our situation in this material world is like an ocean. This material world is compared to Bhav Sagar. In this ocean, we are not in the shore of the ocean, we are in the middle of the ocean. Now in the middle of the ocean, if we try our best to swim across, very difficult. Is it not? Can we cross it? Very difficult. And that is like Ashtanga Yoga. To try our best to cross the ocean. Very, very difficult. But on the other hand, if we take shelter of Krishna, then for sure, Krishna will take us. Just like Krishna came for Gajendra. So Gajendra tried his best. So his situation was like our situation. He was a king last life, then he got an elephant body. And he was living a materialistic life. He was having good movement with his family members, going around, roaming around. And he was going on a picnic that particular day with the baby elephants, she elephant, roaming around. And when he came to this, some shore of a lake, somehow, all of a sudden, crocodile came and caught his leg. Now, my dear friends, in our life also, this crocodile is waiting. And this crocodile is sure to come today or tomorrow. Yesterday I was talking to one devotee, he told, in my office recently, almost 4 or 5 employees left the body. Just in 1 year. He's telling in 5-6 years, I have seen 10 of my friends who left the body. That means, crocodile is going to catch each one of us. The crocodile is not only of death, but of the suffering also. Yes. Today we are very fortunate that we are able to having good body, we are able to come to temple, to chant, to practice Krishna consciousness. Anything can happen anytime to anyone. So we should be very, very conscious of this fact that Maya is trying their best. Maya is trying her best to catch us, the crocodile, like a crocodile. And in material world, what people are doing? They are trying their best to get rid of this crocodile by different ways. Technology, they are thinking things are on my fingertips. Philips Civil, we make things better. They think if I make the things better, I can get rid of the crocodile. Or what are the sophisticated lifestyle? All these things, they are trying their best to get rid of the crocodile. Somebody was telling recently, the top CEO of the Americas, in America, they all came together and they are trying their best to make life forever, how they can live forever. Or how, and not only in old age, they are trying their best how they can live forever in a youth body, young body. So they are investing all what they are earning because they know very well that after some time they are going to die. So how I can get rid of this thing, which is impossible. On the other hand, Prabhupada is giving us such a proper teaching that you cannot live forever in this material world, but you can live forever in the spiritual world. So instead of investing your money or time in finding the solution in the technology or in the modern era, you try your best to chant the holy name and go back to Godhead. And that's what Gajendra did. When he tried his best, I heard one of the lecturers was telling, he was trying to meditate on the Shat Chakra also. He tried everything, but nothing worked. He looked his family members everywhere, nothing worked. And finally what he did? He performed beautiful prayers to Lord and chanted the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And because he chanted with so much eagerness, with so much of urgency, Lord came immediately. Lord didn't wait. It is told that Garuda was coming little slow. Lord took Garuda on his back and told, Gajendra is calling me, let us go. And similarly, we can see in the Draupadi pastime. When Draupadi looked at all the Pandavas, Bhishma Pitama and other people, they were helpless. They were not able to help her. And she was shouting in Hastinapur, in Delhi right now. And Krishna was in Dwarka, sitting there 800 kilometers. And that time when Krishna heard the prayers, Krishna stopped eating. Rukmani asked, what happened? And then she told, some devotee of mine is in help. She wants my help. And then Rukmani told, why you are not going? Why you are waiting? Told, still Draupadi is holding sari with one hand and just shouting with one hand. And the moment Draupadi took both the hand and chanted the Lord's name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Immediately Lord Krishna came and supplied unlimited sari. So Krishna is ready to supply unlimited blessings to us also. But only thing, we have to chant with that urgency. Recently we went to Vrindavan to my sister's house. So the baby was crying, boy. And she was not taking care. I told, what happened? Why are you not taking? Hey, jhoot moot kar ho raha hai. Aap aaye to thoda attention grabbing. Don't talk to me, brother. Talk to me. Take care of me. But after some time, he was crying very loudly. Then she went and took hold. Then Krishnanand Prabhu also told the same lesson. I remembered this lesson, what was told by Krishnanand Prabhu. That if we chant just casually, then Krishna will take, okay, just chanting, okay, theek hai. But when we chant loudly with the heart that this is the urgency, I need that, then Krishna will say, yes, he is calling me, I should go. Just in case of Gajendra, he came. Draupadi, he came. He is ready to come for all of us also. The only thing we required is to chant from the heart with urgency, with faith, with conviction that Lord and His holy name are non-different. In the material world, when we call water, our thirst will not quench. When we say flower, we will not get the smell of water. But holy name is not like that. Krishna and His name are same. He is unlimited and He is ready to give us. And we are so fortunate that Krishna sent Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who descended with the holy name. Golakere Premadan Hari Nama Sankirtan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought the holy name for all of us. And then we are so much fortunate that Srila Prabhupada came. Lord have sent Srila Prabhupada just 50 years back. It is the 50th year of Srila Prabhupada arrived in Hyderabad. And we have all the blessings, all the teachings so readily available for all of us. We have to just continue with that. And if we chant the holy name with that conviction that Lord is ready to give whatever is required to advance in bhakti, definitely He is going to fulfill that. And what mood we have to chant to attain the lotus feet of the Lord? It is told, Trinadapi sunichena taro ravi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtinya sadahari. If we follow this, I found one thing, that most of the time when we sit for chanting, mind wanders like anything. Because we get stuck with the small issues. Ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya. But if we follow this principle of Trinadapi sunichena, we will keep our false ego aside. Just like when we come to temple, where we keep our sleepers? Outside. Similarly, we have to keep all our name, fame, position, post, whatever we are, outside the temple. When we are chanting the holy name, do just one thing, that I have to take shelter of the Lord. I have to do it for Lord's pleasure. In the mood of Trinadapi Sunichena. Because of false ego, all these things keep, I am this, I am that, all these thoughts keep coming in the mind. But if we keep it aside, then, बोलते हैं हिंदी से ताली एक हाथ से नहीं बजती है. If we just keep moving, it will not work. Similarly, we keep all our false ego aside, we will be free of anxiety. So many anxiety are there, but we have to get convinced that I have only one thing. Jivere Swarup hai Nitya Krishna. So I am a servant of Krishna, and this is the time with Krishna. With that mood, when we chant, then definitely Krishna will reciprocate with us. Easy to say, difficult to implement, but I am struggling. But if we keep discussing, if we have that mood, then definitely one day by the mercy of Lord, it will happen. And the third thing which we is told to attain the lotus feet of the Lord, just like Prithu Maharaj attained, is service attitude. It's like Mayavadis or some Babajis, they all think that I can get mercy of Krishna just if I go to let's say to Vrindavan or Himalayas and sit and chant there. So many people tried. It's not going to happen. We are not so pure that just if we go to some Himalayas or Vrindavan, sit there and chant, we'll get the mercy or we will achieve the end. We are very passionate. So what's the best way? We have to follow the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. We have to engage ourselves in the service of the Lord. By serving Lord, when Lord will see that, oh, this person is doing so much for me, definitely he will bestow the blessings. He will be able to go back to Godhead. We will attain the lotus feet of the Lord. I always compare with my own life when I was working. My manager used to tell, "Arey, bahut kaam karte ho." That I never told him, but in the mind I used to think I had nothing else to do. I was alone. So I had to go to office and learn some technology. And therefore he told, okay, bada kaam karta hai, isko US bhej do. But then when I came to Bhakti, I thought, I have worked from some material manager and he got happy by seeing some small work what I have done and sent to US. If the same thing if we do to Srila Prabhupada and Lord, they are always there. How much more mercy they will give to us? Is it not? They are Antaryami. Lord is Antaryami. He knows what is going in our consciousness for whom we are working. So when we serve them, we need not to worry whether we are getting result or not. We need not to worry whether somebody is seeing it or not. We should be convinced that I am doing it for Lord and Lord is definitely going to reciprocate. Maybe today or tomorrow. Sachinan Maharaj writes very nice example in his book, The Living Name, that one Baba was there in Vrindavan and he was serving in Nandagaon for many, many years. And he was day and night. He became very old. One day he thought, I worked so hard. For so many years I served. But Krishna never reciprocated with me. I'm just, sometimes I'm chanting from 10 years, 5 years, same struggle, same problems, no reciprocation, no success. What is this going on? When the day will come when Lord will reciprocate? I'm struggling so much. So this Baba also got the same thought. Told, bahut ho gaya, chhod do. And he left. He was ready to, he was about to leave Nandagaon and he was coming out of the temple. And then some villagers came and started catching, Baba, kahan ja rahe ho? Bole, nahi, Krishna Balram ne kabhi reciprocate nahi kiya. He never reciprocated with me. I'm leaving this town. Then two boys came and started catching the hoti. Baba, kahan jaoge? It's too late. It's old. Wherever I board the bus, whichever bus will come, I board it. Wherever that bus will go, I will go there. But I will not stay here. So old I became, but Lord never reciprocated with me. Then they asked, Baba, Krishna Balram ko doodh kaun pilayega? Krishna Balram is Lord. They will take care. I am going. Baba, doodh to pila ke chale jao at least ek baar. Last time. Or told, theek hai, bol rahe to jaate hain. And Baba went inside and offered the milk and all the villagers were worried. What happened this Baba? Why is going? Where he will go? Next day, When the door opened, Baba already went back to Godhead. Who came to call him back? Krishna and Balram only. So Lord, we may not see through our eyes that Lord is reciprocating, but have faith that God is seeing each and every act we are doing, each and every service we are doing. He is making note of it. And if we continue to serve throughout the life, then definitely at the end we'll achieve His lotus feet, just like Ritu Maharaj have achieved. And how to, now what all things, as I was telling, service attitude is required. The service is required to attend that lotus feet. And this is the best time. Srila Prabhupada has blessed us to give this marathon time. Whole year we may be relaxed, doing our own things. But this one month or 45 days, or 15 November to 31st January, this is the time we can come out of our comfort zone and serve Lord. We can say, Prabhupada, yes, I want to do something for you. And when we do it, we will feel so much, joy within us, and we get the mercy of the Lord. I'll share some of the experience. Like recently, last week, we went to Karimnagar. And we are going to different schools. So, very first school we went, by seeing Bhagavad Gita, I was waiting for it. The teacher is telling, why you are doing just value Olympiad? Why don't you give classes? We'll pay for you. You teach, some students can come, somebody can come, and we are ready to pay. Have some classes for our students. They are so much in need of Bhagavad Gita. They told, classes we'll see later. Once you do this contest, I still have Bhagavad Gita, and we'll plan for online classes. And then we went to next school, which is the biggest school of Karimnagar, Alfonso. And then we met the director. He was so happy. He is having 2,000 students under him. And telling, yes, this is what required. I am fed up with whatever education system is giving. He was literally telling, this is the honor of one of the top school of Karimnagar. He is telling, what this Aurangzeb, Akbar, the great, kya great hai wo? He is telling like that. They should teach this thing. We are not teaching, you should come and teach. Please, he gave, whatever you want to do, whatever time you want to teach. All my school, all the colleges, schools, you can go and teach. So, wow. See, I was in comfort zone in Hyderabad. I was sitting comfortably. But just one step under the guidance of senior devotees, little austerity of going to Karimnagar. And they are waiting for it. It doesn't stop there. I went to third school. And then this school, another, big school. He told, then we went and we showed, normally we have to tell values, this, that. And people were reciprocating like anything. And this third school, again, the same answer. Yes, why not? Tomorrow you come. I told, no, we'll come after the children day or thing. Yes, you take as much as time. And I'll tell all my students. I will also emphasize. And then I went for announcement. So when I stand, he was starting introducing. Before I speak something, so this principal went to Salem and heard His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj when he was a student. And for half an hour, he spoke to student first. And this is an assembly. That how he met some foreign devotee. And he was speaking in Telugu, Hindi, English, our Bhagavad Gita. He was telling the children that, see, you all don't know about Krishna, Rama, and some foreign person is coming and teaching us. So I got inspired. And now we are fortunate this person came and he is going to teach something. So please take it very seriously. So this person was telling that how he was inspired by attending one of the class by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. So see, we have to just go out and give. And the story doesn't end here. Next we went to another school. And then it was a Christian school. We thought, let's go, let's try. And we started telling about the moral values. And then we are also giving Bhagavad Gita with it, with hesitated mind. Yes, this is the book. Every student of my school should read this book. I thought, wow, what's happening here? Such pious people. And he told, I am from Kerala. And my neighbors were Hindus. And they used to chant the holy name. And I'm telling, his mother is so great. Although Christian, he told, my mother used to tell, don't make sound. They are chanting the Lord's name. And he sang Lord's name. He sang, literally he's a Christian, he sang, Raghupati Raghav Rajaram, Patita Pavan Sitaram. He's chanting, he's telling, since childhood I have heard these prayers and I'm born in that culture. I really respect what you all are doing. But nowadays, see the children, they know only mobile, this, that. They hardly know about Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana. You should come and give this. So definitely, you can do this contest. So this is just, we have to go out and serve. Take one step out of our comfort zone. and people are ready to accept. We have to do is just serve. Who will be benefited? They will be benefited, and we also will be benefited. Yes? So this is the time of 45 days which Prabhupada has blessed us with this marathon. Try to go out as many people, to reach as many people as possible. There are so many devotees who became devotees just by book distribution. They got Bhagavad Gita. I just end by one more incident. Last year I met one boy who was attending online classes. So I asked how he came. So he came to, in 2017, 2017 he came for Janmashtami. And it was so much of crowded in our temple that he couldn't come inside. So then he went from outside, but outside somebody was distributing book and he got Bhagavad Gita. And he read that Bhagavad. And then when lockdown happened, in 2019, so he was, 2020, so he thought what to do. So he got, that time I got Bhagavad Gita. So he opened that Bhagavad Gita. And 1 year he read Bhagavad Gita. And he understood, wow, this is the real truth. At home, without any content, he started chanting 16 rounds. So this is the benefit. See, he could not come inside, but he got Bhagavad Gita, started chanting 16 rounds. And then he attended Utkarsh camp and attending now online classes. He stayed in Hyderabad. So this is the benefit. You just meet anyone. Krishna is, Chaitanya told, Jare dekho tare kaho, Krishna upadesh. We don't know what to speak. But if we give them Gita, Gita will speak everything. Lord will speak everything. So we should try our best as much as possible. Always when you are traveling, carry some books in your bag. Not much. If not Bhagavad Gita, take some small books. Carry some small books this 45 days. We should do whole year, but at least this time is a very special time. Our Hyderabad temple has taken book marathon score of 1.5 lakhs. It's not possible for us without your help. So all of us should together come. If each devotee also distribute one book every day, it can easily be achieved. Yes? So these are some thoughts on this verse. So we'll just quick recap. We discussed first on Varna and Ashrama. First paragraph Prabhupada explained. And how this right now it's very topsy-turvy. But in the Vedic time it's very proper. And we don't have to worry which Ashrama, which Varna we belong to. We have to just serve Krishna and continue serving him. Then we saw that why Prithu Maharaj could attain, why he is known as Mahatama, by his consciousness, what kind of prayers he has done. We saw the prayers. And then we saw that how he attained the lotus feet of the Lord. We can also attain. We discussed on 3 things. First we discussed on the holy name, faith on the holy name. Second, we discussed that we should have that urgency. If we just keep chanting, then it's not going to happen. Just like the Gajendra, we saw the example of Gajendra, Draupadi. They were chanting with the case of urgency. So we should have that urgency while chanting and all the time. And third, we saw that how in this material world, people are trying their best to get the solution. But materially, we are not going to get any solution. The only solution is the holy name. Then we saw that how we should chant the holy name in the mood of Trinadapi Suni Chena with the humility. And finally we saw when we are chanting, when we want to attain that lotus feet, it's very, very important to have proper service attitude. And we discussed on the marathon point that how so many people are looking for it. We have to just go out and render service. So thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So please pray that I could follow whatever I spoke. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. So we welcome all the visitors, all the devotees to temple. And as Tarun Mohan Prabhu said, जैसे तरुण मोहन प्रभु ने बताया कि हम अपने कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर आ सकते हैं और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चों तक के भगवद गीता पहुँचा सकते हैं। और हम अकेले नहीं कर सकते हैं, हमें आप सबकी मदद चाहिए और आप जिनको भी जानते हैं उनकी मदद चाहिए। तो हमारे यहाँ पे एक स्कीम है शास्त्रदान कर we have one scheme called as Shastradan, under which you can donate Bhagavad Gitas for the school children. So if you want to give Bhagavad Gita for 8 students, you can give 1,000 rupees. If you want to give for 4 students, 500 rupees. If you want to give for 16 students, 2,000 rupees. Like that in multiplication, we have schemes. So every day we put stall here in the courtyard. Even if you are not able to find us, there is that Gita Jayanti flex is there, on that one number is there. You can call that devotee and give him donation. You yourself can give, you can inspire others to give. You can collect from whomever you know and give the donations for spreading this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Because Krishna himself tells in Bhagavad Gita in 18.69 and 70 that whoever helps to give this message to others is very dear to me. तो हमें भी महत्तम बनना है, हमें भी भगवान के प्रिय भक्त बनना है। तो इसलिए आप ये जो भगवद गीता का मैसेज है वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चों तक, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचाने में हमारी मदद कीजिए। तो हम यहाँ पे हैं, हाँ, एंड अगर आप किसी स्कूल में जानते हैं, आपकी किसी स्कूल में जान पहचान है, इफ यू हैव सम कॉन्टैक्ट्स इन सम स्कूल, देन यू कैन अप्रोच तरुण मोहन प्रभु, सारश्वरमणि प्रभु, माई सेल्फ, और Venugopal Krishna Prabhu, who is in Matchless Gift Stall or book stall. You can approach any one of us and give us the contacts. We will go to that school and do this competition there. So our target is 1.5 lakhs. This target is personally given to us by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Recently Maharaj had come to Hyderabad. So Maharaj told, do it. And then Maharaj told, others also take inspiration from Hyderabad temple. So, but for others to get inspiration, we should also be doing it. So, please bless and please help us in these endeavors. Thank you. Hare Krishna.